So imagine you go into the market tomorrow and you're going to trade, but your internet connection is suddenly way slower. It's lagging. You don't get to see live price action. It's 5 to 10 seconds delayed. You have issues with your broker, technical issues. You can't place orders quickly. You have to wait some seconds. And all of that stuff would probably be really annoying and would make it really difficult for you to trade, and you would complain and say like, this isn't working. And then let's imagine that you have the best setup in the world. You're connected really close to the stock exchange. You have the best high-tech computer. Internet connection is the best connection you could get, and you have every tool available technically to perform at your best at an elite level. But the same is true for your mind, because a lot of traders go into the market with the first scenario, but not in form of a computer or internet connection, but actually their mind and how their mind works and processes stuff. So let's imagine that you're a trader, and then you have to ask yourself, what do you do in order to optimize your mind to process information and work really strategically when it counts in trading? And me personally, what I realized was I'm actually starting to read 30 minutes every single day. I used to listen to audiobooks, but it's not the same, because yes, you get the same information, but that's not the only reason why you should read a physical book. By reading, your mind processes information in a completely different way than from an audiobook or from just watching a YouTube video like most people do, or scrolling reels. So what ends up happening is that your mind operates from system 1 and system 2. In trading, you want to rely on system 2 because that's the more rational, logical part of your mind, which thinks way deeper about the situation, while system 1 is pure instinct and focused on fight or flight, and basically a system that you're using in pressured situations which require quick action. But that's not the system you want to rely on in order to succeed and trade properly. So most people process the world and information they receive through pictures, through emotions, through sounds. But what you want to be doing in order to succeed in trading is to process the same information through simply like a code. You want to be thinking in codes, which reading actually helps you to achieve by training your mind like a muscle in the gym. You can actually perceive more information in codes without any dopamine, without any distractions. It's just the information that you can read from the text. The same way you want to read the candles in the market like a code, no emotion, just rational thinking. So why am I telling you this? Because for a long time, I myself have been struggling with approaching the market in the right manner when I'm actually live trading. And you think that discipline in itself is good enough for you to succeed, but that's making it way harder for yourself than it actually needs to be. You need to have the right approach, and you have to have the mindset of you have to make it as simple and as easy for yourself to trade properly, so that you have to use as little discipline as possible. Because what usually happens is that most people, including myself, are able to stay disciplined for a while, but eventually something happens and we tilt, we take stupid you make stupid decisions, and it all goes down from there. I was able last week to catch a 1 to 10 hour trade. And if I would have been patient and just jumped in without waiting for my perfect entry, then I wouldn't get the same risk to reward ratio. So the thing is, and I was also able to separate my live account from my challenge. So since the trade wasn't the best opportunity I could get, I was able to say to myself, okay, I'm not going to use my funded account on this trade. I'm just going to do it on my 100k challenge. So I just took the trade on my 100k and 10k challenge, and I passed phase 1 on both of those challenges. So I'm now at phase 2. And then I took a trade yesterday on those challenges, and it went to stop loss, and I lost less than 1%, and I was done. That's all I have done for this week, and it's currently Wednesday. Today I observed the market. I noticed that my intuition told me, and the way I processed information told me that this is a trap. They're trying to trap traders. They want people to go long, to go short, and what ended up happening, I didn't participate. I just stood on the sidelines. They swept liquidity both ways. So everyone lost unless you were scalping inside of the range. Obviously, you could do that. That's not my strategy, but people who were trying to catch bigger moves both lost both ways. And this is the thing in trading, that some days they just want to take your money. Like, some days aren't made for you or anyone else basically to win. Some people may scalp, that's fine, but if you're catching bigger moves, then some days are not your days, and you have to, that's actually more important, to identify which days they just try to trap people. Because no matter if you go long or short, whatever you do, you're going to lose. The best move is to sit on the sidelines and wait. That's it. And if you want my daily market analysis, then just click the link in the bio and join my Discord, or send me a message on IG, which is in bio, if you want to work with me one-on-one coaching, or you need any help, or my strategy and my approach. And I really want to help people in order to succeed, but I can't help everyone, and I can't share everything publicly, because the thing is, only a few people can be able to know a specific approach, strategy, before it doesn't work anymore. Because smart money market makers can see everyone's order. So if everyone takes a specific order again and again and places a stop loss at the same level, that's going to show in their order books, and that strategy is soon going to become liquidity. So that's why you can't follow big mainstream traders and expect that their strategy is going to work for everyone. That strategy soon will not work anymore. The market doesn't have any rules, any mercy, and all you can do is manage risk, but the market doesn't owe you anything. There are no rules in the market. There are no referee. The market can hit you again and again and again. And if you're not able to have proper risk management, you're soon going to bleed to death.